Greetings, peoples of the interwebs. So, it has been 3 weeks since I was last able to get out and go for a hike because either weather was not permissive or my work schedule. But, thankfully, I'm now out and about here at Pilot Knob. So Pilot Knob is here in Powell County. This is a rather short trail, I believe, to the overlook and back to the parking lot. It is maybe 2.5 miles, so pretty short. But I needed to get out and see the mountains. So the significance of Pilot Knob is supposedly Daniel Boone, the famous pioneer and frontiersman, at the overlook. That's when he first saw the bluegrass region. So Pilot Knob stands, I believe, if I remember correctly, at about 732 feet, so not super tall or anything like that. But still gives a good view of the surrounding area. Again, according to, I guess, legend or folk tale, whatever you want to call it, Daniel Boone first saw the bluegrass region from atop the overlook. Additionally, on top of the overlook, you can see 2 other geographic regions. So you can see the Knobs region, which I did not know this until I was kind of looking up this trail. So the Knobs are kind of like these conical hills. So not quite mountains, just really tall conical hills that stretch as far west as Louisville. Which I thought was interesting. Then you can also see the Cumberland Plateau as well. So, pretty neat stuff. So I will see you up the overlook. Okay, so I don't know how good the audio is going to be due to the wind, but here we are at Pilot Knob. Here's the lookout. So, I'm assuming that this region back is the Knobs. They're very conical. They look rather knobby. I have no clue what the rest of this is down here. Whether that's the Cumberland Gap or Cumberland Plateau. The bluegrass regions will say Cumberland Plateau is there, bluegrass region is there, and then back that way is Gondor. I was like sweltering on my way up here, because even though it's mid-30s, I'm drenched in sweat. However, once I got near the top and started feeling that breeze, I'm glad I kept my jacket on because I was very tempted to just take it off. But man, yeah, once I started to get to the top and feel that breeze, pretty icy. But yeah, here is Pilot Knob. Very beautiful view, and more footage to come. So, apologies if audio or video quality are a little lower, but since my camera was dying on me, I am substituting it for my phone. So, I'm now working my way back down Pilot Knob, and on my way up, notice there's a second trail. Because I'd been here before, last year in late February. I don't recall that trail being there. So, I think it's called Sage Trail, so I'm going to hit it up. But another thing too, though, is I did not expect it to be this much snow. I mean, it snowed where I live, but it was more like little snow flurries, so not much accumulation. And granted, we are at higher elevation, but not anything substantial. So I was just surprised that once I started to climb up a little bit higher, all the snow and ice that's still on the ground, which I'm not going to complain, because to me, it makes this hike a little bit more beautiful, seeing all the fresh snow that I am now defiling with my feet, because it doesn't look like anybody else has been up this trail when the snow fell. But yeah, I don't know. Especially this little wooded part down this way was probably my favorite part of walking through this, all the snow. Yeah, I don't know. I remember liking Pilot Knob last time I was here, but I don't know. It's a lot more beautiful this time. I don't know if it's just because the snow adds to the ambiance, or if I just didn't spend enough time up here last time. But this is definitely what I needed, especially after last week when I was supposed to have a 3-day weekend. That turned into a 1-day weekend, so I was getting very anxious because I hadn't gotten to hike or go outdoors. So this definitely scratches that itch of needing to be outside, needing to go hiking, and again, having all the snow was a pleasant surprise. And so I guess if any of you all are local to the area, or just, you know, Kentucky in general, and you're looking for a relatively short and easy hike, because there is a lot of incline, but it's not too terribly bad, I would recommend Pilot Knob, because like I said at the beginning of this video, it's only about 2.5 miles, I think, round trip from the parking lot up to the overlook and back. So not bad at all. And it's close to the Red River Gorge, because part of Red River Gorge is in like Powell County, Wolfe County, and maybe one other county, not 100% sure. But if you're in the Red River Gorge area and want a trail that is way less crowded, this is it. Because obviously I'm the only one here, unless I see unlikely chance to see somebody else climbing up as I'm going down, but I feel like that's unlikely just because of, again, the temperature. So it's like in the mid-30s and all the snow. Your average hiker is not going to want to, you know, trek up a steep trail with snow and ice. Although not that the snow and ice is that bad. Like because I didn't expect the snow and ice, I didn't even bring my crampons with me to put on my boots for better grip. And I've been doing just fine. I haven't even slipped. So it's not that bad. But all that to say, so yeah, if you're in the Red River Gorge area and you want a trail that is not going to be crowded with people like a lot of the other trails at the gorge, Pilot Knob is the one for you. And it's only about, I don't know, 15, maybe 20 minutes away at most from Natural Bridge State Park, which is kind of like one of the biggest attractions at Red River Gorge. But yeah, so I'm going to see you all on the rest of this trail. So something that I realized as I'm editing the most recent video is I forgot to film an outro. So, even though I'm not on the trail like I was at the beginning of this video, and I come from my own home, here is the outro. So, after about a 6-mile hike at Pilot Knob, I worked up an appetite, and so I decided to go to Red River Gorge, which is only about like 15 minutes away from Pilot Knob, and grab a bite to eat because I was hungry, and went to a fitting name, a restaurant called The Hungry Hiker. It's a place I've driven past multiple times anytime I've been to the gorge, but never ate at, and so I decided I'd rectify that and see if The Hungry Hiker would satiate this hungry hiker's appetite, and can confirm it did. Had the hot brown, so for those of you who are not from Kentucky, that's kind of like a Kentucky staple. It is delicious. So if you're at the Red River Gorge, and especially if you're not from Kentucky and you want to try like kind of a Kentucky staple, hot brown is the way to go. They've got a lot of other stuff too, and I really wish I had recorded at least like shot like some footage outside the Hungry Hiker, and even inside, just because it's a really nice, you know, little restaurant. I like the aesthetic of it. So probably next time I'm at the Gorge, I will, one, record footage of my drive up the Mountain Parkway, because it's a really lovely drive, and part of the reason why I drove a little out of my way to the Hungry Hiker is because I really like that drive. And two, I will probably start documenting some of the places that I go eat at in some of these areas, whether it be hiking areas or wherever I'm at, just because I like to support local businesses, and so hopefully this will help. So with all that being said, now that I've concluded my hike, my lovely meal at the Hungry Hiker, that basically wraps up this video. I hope you all enjoyed my the footage of Pilot Knob, and hopefully the more you all watch this series, the more that I actually get to travel around my home state. It will encourage you lovely people to explore more of your own home state, country, province, wherever it is you live, and allow us to appreciate the place we call home more. So until next time, everyone, cheers. Okay, so just in case my previous video didn't quite capture the view due to the wind, I use my phone, because also my camera is starting to die, so pretty sure that area back there is the Knobs. We'll say Cumberland Plateau, Bluegrass region, Gondor's back that way. But yeah, this is just an absolutely beautiful view. Here's a zoomed out view, top the overlook of Pilot Knob. Very windy up here and very cold.